Hi folks, Steve Motley here in Danville, Virginia. It's December the 7th, 2008, and 2 weeks from today will be the 21st of December. Exactly 4 years from that fateful day that we've all been looking forward to for so long, December 21st, 2012. I just want to take a couple minutes here and share a few thoughts with you. My background's military. I spent 20 years in the Marine Corps. I was born and raised in Danville, Virginia, which is a very ultra right-wing conservative town. It's noted as the last capital of the Confederacy. Kind of a dubious honor, but one that those of us that grew up there were always proud of. It was a great place to grow up as a kid. It was safe. Even as a young kid, I used to ride my bicycle all over Danville, the home of Dan River Mills, which employed so many thousands and thousands of people, to include many of my relatives, especially my grandfather, who used to tell me stories, of working in the mill for over 40 years. So, then when I was about 17, right after high school graduation, I went off to the Marine Corps, and within a year I found myself in Okinawa, Japan, and seeing places of the world I'd only read about in books. And then from that time on to this present day, my life has been somewhat of a cross between a Forrest Gump and an Indiana Jones. I've been to over 120 foreign countries, and I believe in living life. I believe in learning and just keeping an open mind and seeking truth and knowledge. And as far as my domestic upbringing, I had wonderful parents, and but like so many of us, I didn't pick which schools I wanted to go to, or I didn't pick which church my parents raised me in. And so, like so many of us, we're domesticated as human beings. We're somewhat domesticated like little animals. I mean, our parents gave us our names. They told us what church to go to, which schools to go to, what clothes to wear, which books we could read. And so we kind of grow up. We are products of our environment and society to a large degree. But then sooner or later, many of us look ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, what the heck? What am I doing? Why do I do what I do? Why do I believe what I believe? Is there another answer? Should I just keep doing what I'm doing just because my parents taught me that and the school system taught me to do it that way? Well, the answer is no. Sooner or later, you got to wake up. And I went through a wake-up call a number of years ago. I don't really know exactly what caused it to happen, but shortly after I retired from the military, I started to look at things differently, and I started to question things, and I started to ask those very questions I mentioned earlier. Why do I do what I do? Well, if you don't have answers, then you need to wake up and start doing some research and start getting some answers for yourself. And that's what I did, and my answers, or my questions, have led me into many, many areas that I never suspected that I would find. But let me tell you one thing that I know is an absolute truth. Ask, and ye shall receive. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Now that much I can tell you unequivocally is absolutely true. Because after about 40 plus years in a very strict, organized religion, I started to ask some very serious questions. And I started to find stuff on the internet about my particular religion that I didn't know heretofore. And that research led into more and more research, which finally got me to a point where I realized that the religion that I belonged to all my life was a fabricated, man-made religion. And then I said, okay, God, I've spent my life dedicated to this cult that I had no idea had brainwashed me so since birth. But let me now become a truth seeker. Let me go out and find the religion that I can give my life to and be devoted to. And guess what? It doesn't exist. Every religion on this planet is man-made. It's a diversionary tactic to keep you from finding the truth. And one of the truths that I found early on that has been with me over the years as I have found more and more pieces of the truth in places all over this planet, the one truth that has remained constant is 2012. December 21st, 2012, something amazing is going to happen. We don't know what. Nobody has all the answers, but we do know a few things. We know that Earth is going to cross galactic center, something that occurs about every 26,000 years. And we know that the Earth is going to go into a black hole. But other than that, we just don't know. But we do know that the Mayan civilization and Chichen Itza and Palenque and all of these other wonderful cities, the Mayans knew a lot more than we might imagine. Now, where did they get their information? There's all kind of theories. I personally think they got it from extraterrestrials. Yes, there are ETs among us. They've been here all along. And yes, UFOs are real. Okay, but it all goes back to 2012, and something amazing is going to happen. But one of the things that I'm convinced is happening is that there is an awakening taking place all over this planet. And hopefully somebody will watch this video, and maybe some simple thing that I have said will trigger something in you and cause you to do what I did, and that is start to ask and start to search and start to look at some of these other, just investigate the 2012 scenario with the ending of the Mayan calendar. And that'll lead you into whole other areas of esoteric knowledge and understanding and mystery schools and forbidden and hidden knowledge and reincarnation. Oh yes, folks, you're here in this incarnation. You've been here many, many times before. Oh, you don't believe in that. You believe in the one life theory, that you're born and you're raised and you live and you die, and then you go before the judgment bar of God, and then you either go to heaven or you go to hell. No, folks, that's not the way it is. That's a figment of man's imagination. That's part of the religious dogma that has been embedded into your brain since time began to keep you off the true track. Now, enjoy these videos that I've assembled here on 2012, and open your mind and start to research and grow. And here's the other thing. Master Jesus taught Peter, he said to him, Peter, when thou art converted, convert thy neighbor. Now you're on the road to becoming converted to the truth. And once you know the truth, yes, like Master Jesus also said, the truth will set you free. So enjoy these videos, and after you have gained enough knowledge, be willing to share that knowledge with other people. It's my prayer for you. Namaste. Peace be with you, my friends.